The pistol squat is one of my favorite bodyweight movements for building lower body strength, flexibility, and balance. Today, I'm going to show you a few of the drills that I found most helpful for myself and for my clients working on the pistol squat. First up, we have our front foot elevated split squat. I set up a couple yoga blocks here, but you could use a low bench or a box or something similar. What this is going to do is allow us to work on the mobility in the front leg here and the strength as well to really drive forward. If you imagine your full pistol squat, you're going to hit this bottom position here. So what we're doing with this drill is building up the strength and mobility in this front leg while we have the back leg supporting. And that'll help over time for building up your bottom pistol position. We're going to drive the knee forward, squeeze the glute on the back leg here, open up the hip a bit too, and really push forward. We also want to keep this heel down, so that's very important. Once we start coming up, we're losing part of the point of the drill. So we really want to build this ankle mobility in this position here. What's also really nice about this drill is you can start working on this even if you're not quite ready to work on the full pistol squat. This is going to be a good starting point. So you can raise the platform here a bit, maybe use a higher bench or something like that, whatever you need so that you can start working on driving the knee forward over the toes. It's going to help build up your position without being super stressful on your ankles, knees, hips, etc. Next up, we have one of my favorite drills for building single leg strength. I honestly have most of my clients do this whether or not they want to do a pistol squat, but this one is great for helping to build your pistol squat strength. What's good about this too is we're going to work from the top down. So the last drill that we did with the front foot elevated split squat was building that bottom position. This is going to build your strength from the other direction. So you can kind of work those together and build your pistol squat over time. What we'll do here is I have a bench, start with a nice high platform. I'm going to bring my leg out. I can bring it super high if I want, but I can also start at a moderate angle here. And I am squatting down, tapping the bench, and coming up. A common mistake I've seen is people just kind of plop down. Now, if you're working on your strength, that's one thing. But if you are strong enough to lightly tap the bench and come back up, it's going to be a lot more bang for your buck. So again, leg comes out. I'm driving my left knee forward here, tapping the bench, and coming up. What's good about this drill too is that you can progress it pretty easily by working with a lower platform over time. Maybe you start with a bench and then you can stack some weight plates or eventually even some yoga blocks and get lower and lower to the floor. It's also a safe way to practice because worst case, if I'm doing this and I lose my balance, I sit down. That's one of my favorite aspects of this drill. Wherever you're starting from, you can do some form of it and build it from there. Another variation that you can try is if you're struggling to come back up, you can come down with control and then just exit and stand back up from there. So you're just working the negative. So that's a really good way to start building this one up if you're having a hard time with the single leg balance on the way back up. Last but not least, we have one of my favorite drills. This one's a little more supplementary, but it's going to help you with the off leg, so the leg that you have elevated as you work on your pistol squat. What we'll do here is a front scale. I'm going to start with the hands on the hips just to help for balance. And we're going to bring the starting foot out. I lock my main knee and the knee of the leg that I'm going to lift. And we just start with small lifts here. This one is quite tough for a lot of people. I've often seen people who are kind of just getting into it or struggle with this kind of flexibility and strength here. They'll kind of push their whole hip forward, trying really hard to lift the leg. It's not what we want. It defeats the point of the drill. We are trying to isolate the hips here. So just lift as high as you can. Maybe that's just to here to start. And over time, you can work to slowly lift higher and higher and higher. What this is going to do is eventually get you enough height here that when you go to do your pistol squat, you feel a little bit better to keep the other leg off the floor. Of course, there are a lot of other drills you can use to build up your pistol squat. These are a few of the ones that I've found most helpful for myself and for my clients. In terms of reps and sets, keep it very simple for yourself. Initially, if you're first starting out, you're working with that front foot elevated split squat and the pistol squat to the bench. You're working at probably higher heights for everything, right? Higher elevations for the bench and the box. So you can do a little bit more reps initially, maybe 8 to 12 per side, and really build it up. As you get lower to the ground, whether you're going with the pistol to the bench or the front foot elevated split squat, you can be doing a little bit less reps and you're building more range of motion, making it a little more challenging that way. 3 to 5 should be good initially as you get to those tougher progressions. In terms of the scale, I treat this as more supplementary, so it's really going to vary by person. You can spend maybe 20 to 30 seconds per side practicing, trying to get some lifts. You can also try to hold for a moment in your best top position on the scale. Really, whatever feels most helpful for you, and build that up over time. Make sure you train both sides on this. I know most of us have one side that feels a bit easier usually, so work on both sides, not just to be able to do your pistol on both sides, but to create balance, flexibility, strength, etc. on both sides, left and right. These 3 drills should help a lot for your pistol squat in terms of the strength, the flexibility in the bottom position, and the ability to bring your off leg up nice and high as you squat with your main leg. If you have questions, let me know in the comments. I am happy to help you out.